Hello and welcome to another I Explores. So today we're going to do another streets one. I think this is number 10. But also during the streets I've done a bit of research and we're going to do and show you as best I can where the water pumps was. Now what I found out, there's 9 of them, there's probably more, I'm not sure from what I read. And I'm going to show you the locations of these. Obviously you got water from them then before we all had taps and things in our houses. So I'm going to do my best to show you the locations of them, so and obviously the streets as well. So let's carry on. Okay, so we're now going to look at pump number 9 on the list. Okay, now don't laugh when I say this, they all had names. This one was called Dick Martin's Pump. Okay, and it's on the north corner of Middle Court and Upper Burgess Street, which is in that direction there. Middle Court been there and Upper Burgess Street down there. Now I've come across this down here, look, an old cave stone, and obviously there, look, you can see it, the bottom where you get across the road there, that's obviously part of this street, so it was heading in that direction. So we're now on the right way, so let's go up here and have a look. North corner it says, so it would have been in that direction there, somewhere in this area, I don't know, upon one of these corners in front of you there. So that's where the first one was. So let's go and have a look at the location of the next one. Okay, so pump number 8, he came out of Burgess Street and it was on the entrance to Pasture Street, this next one, and it was called Palethorpe's Pump. Now the entrance is over there, so you can see across the road where that fast food place is, and obviously the Wellington, because I've seen an old cave stone over there in that direction and it lines up exactly. So in this area, that area there, that's where that was, the Palethorpe Pump. So let's go on to the next one. Street, and it's said to have been fixed to a garden wall. Now obviously, you look that way, there's not a lot of gardens down here now, but this one I didn't have a name for, I couldn't find it through the research. So let's go on to the next one. Okay, so I'm now on East St Mary's Gate, and this is pump number 6. So somewhere around here there was another pump, and this one was called Charlie White's Pump. Yeah, they all got these names, didn't they? But it's round here somewhere. It said on the corner of here and Gardner Street. Well, Gardner Street is down that way there. So somewhere around here, that's where the pump was. So as I say, it was called Charlie White's Pump. So let's move on to the next one. That was number 6. Okay, so we've now come on Silver Street. There was another pump down here, and this was called Johnny Brown's Pump. Yeah, there's one down here as well. Like I said, when you didn't have taps in your house, that's what you had to do. So obviously there was a lot of houses round there. I mean, this ran straight through there anyway, along with like Clayton Walk, Ratton Row, New Beginning, New Haven Street, New South Haven Street, etc., all that. Sorry, New Dock Street, South and North, I got that wrong. But yeah, but they all ran through that way there where the precinct is now. But it's nice to see a building still here. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so coming up to sight of pump number 1, which I'll turn the camera around in a moment, which is here, where Albert Gates was, just where the camera's pointing now. Also down here we had the Burnley Inn and the Tivoli, which is still there. So this is one of the first pumps down here, one that was first mentioned on the first list that I found. So that was one there. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so in 1883 there was 9 pumps around here, plus a fountain. Now we all know the fountain was round here in this area, because when they was recently refurbishing this, they actually found some steps leading down to it. Okay, so well, we're now going to head out to Bethlehem Street, so let's go. Okay, so we're now heading to Bethlehem Street, and near the White Hart there was another pump. I'll turn the camera around, down there. It's said to have been situated near the old town hall, and near the old town hall and the White Hart, so somewhere around there. Now I do know about this town hall. I'm going to do some more research on it. I'm going to put it on another video. Obviously I don't know its exact location, but I'm sure I can find it on a map, because there is an old building down there that I have done on a previous building, which is through there. It's got a for sale sign on it. And that was built in the 1800s, 17 something, I think. It says a plaque up there, it says it on anyway. But yeah, so there was the town hall around this area and yet another pump. So you can see water's most important. So let's move on to the bull ring. Okay, so the famous bull ring. Now the bull ring was used for bull baiting, And there was a lane next to it called Butchery Lane. So after they'd finished fighting and whatever they was doing to them, bull baiting them, they sent them down there to be slaughtered. And it also mentioned a lot of them meat got stolen during this time. Now the bull ring is in this area here, in front of us. I have got a picture of it. It's where, like, near Wilco's is. Quite a big area it was. It stretched quite far. So it was, you know, been there a long time. And bull baiting took place until 1779. And like I was saying, a lot of the meat got stolen and that. And obviously there's a water pump down there. This is why we're here, which probably was down that way somewhere, or where that Wilkes is now. It had one, and that's where they used to chain the bulls up before the fighting and the baiting went on. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. Also on the bull ring site was a building called the Conformist Meeting House, and it was built on there. Now I don't have really any dates for that, but there was a building built on there for that. So there you go, that's something else. First conformist house, eh? Well, there you go. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, so now Flottergate. Very hard to figure this one out, but it must have came out down there. Now the market is behind all this. This is the hotel. So obviously Flottergate came along where my fingers go and headed that way. Now Cartergate is there. That's New Cartergate, this is proper Cartergate, and this is like Chantry Lane. So let's move down and we'll go... Right, okay, so we're coming down onto Cartergate. Okay, this is the last location of the pumps down here. Now we're going to Penfold Hill, obviously changed its name to Red Hill. And this is the location of one of the last pumps. Now, like I say, Flottergate came out somewhere over here and came obviously towards me. Now this is Cartergate itself. And over there, Chantry Lane, where that car's just gone down. So they all came out here and there was a pump down here. Now, I've also got a little bit of a variation of a fish and chip shop on the corner of Cartergate and Flottergate. It says fish restaurant on it. I found that online the other night. So yeah, that's a bit of something else I found. It's okay, so let's move on. Okay, so we've come to the end of another video. I hope you enjoyed that one, more streets. But I'd like to thank everybody who's watching my content and subscribing. Thank you very much. Keep liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.